Pierced ears are a fashion statement that's here to stay. And with its ever-growing popularity comes lots of opportunity for you to build sales and increase customer loyalty to your cosmetic department. A recent study has found that 40% of customers who have their ears pierced in our stores will also buy other items. Further, 69% of ear piercing customers will return to the store to make additional purchases. Many satisfied customers will also generate new business. For example, young girls will often tell friends where they had their piercing done. You can help maximize your sales potential by properly merchandising the BioCare line. The best way to display it is on a sidewinder. However, if your department layout cannot accommodate this, a counter stand may be used as an alternative. Always make sure that your display unit is kept clean and is well faced. Bioseptic should always be in stock and merchandised within the display. Another important aspect of merchandising is signage. Let your customers know that you provide ear piercing by having all the POP material properly displayed. With your department properly merchandised and signed, you'll definitely attract customers for ear piercing. With proper preparation, you'll find that ear piercing is a very easy service to perform. So to assist you, we're going to spend a few minutes reviewing some product knowledge and ear piercing techniques. In addition to watching this video, we urge you to study the more detailed BioCare ear piercing manual. To pierce ears, you must be just as familiar with the BioCare earring product line as with the equipment that you will use. Research findings indicate that 75% of people with pierced ears have a sensitivity to various toxic metals. BioCare earrings for sensitive ears contain no toxic metals. Constructed from one piece of high-grade surgical stainless steel, they're sterilized and hermetically sealed in a plastic bubble. Gold studs are made using pure gold, which is plated onto surgical stainless steel. Therefore, there is virtually no risk of infection with proper aftercare. Along with the BioCare earrings, the other tools that you'll need for piercing are plastic gloves, a mirror, a tall stool, and the BioCare instrument. Please note that ears are the only body parts to be pierced with this instrument. When a customer comes in for piercing, your first step is to help her choose the right pair of studs. Note that when piercing a single ear, it's still necessary to purchase a set of two, as open packages will lose their sterilization. Stress the importance of purchasing Bioseptic for proper aftercare. When you're ready to ring up the sale, use the laminated card included in your ear piercing kit to scan each transaction. By doing this, your service is recorded and can be pulled up on the item movement report to help plan peak promotional periods. Next, have your customer sign a release form. This serves to advise your customer of her responsibility to take care of her ears after piercing. Once the form has been completed, have the customer sit down and tell her that you'll be with her in a moment. Put on plastic gloves. This will add to the hygienic aspect of the procedure. Next, cleanse the customer's ears by using a cotton pad with a drop of Bioseptic. Then, dry thoroughly. Mark the ears with the surgical ink pen supplied in the kit. Have your customer approve the markings. If this is her first piercing, the dot should be centered in the middle of the lobe. If it's her second, mark the ear about 1 centimeter from the first hole. She may choose to have it higher than normal if she wears large earrings. The next step is to load the instrument. Remember, the stud size determines what size of adapter to use, either mini, regular, or maxi. Cock the instrument by pulling back on the plunger until a click is heard. Insert the adapter. Then pull the trigger to release the plunger, and now you're ready to insert the stud. Open the outer package from the bottom. Peel back the seal on the inner package. Remove the plastic stud holder from the sterile container. Handle carefully at the edges of the holder as the studs and clasps are pre-sterilized. Position the stud holder with the clasps at the top and the studs at the bottom. Place one of the stud heads into the adapter. Gently slide it down out of the holder, making sure that the instrument is pointed up at a 45-degree angle to keep the stud from dropping out. If a stud doesn't fit into the adapter correctly, do not use it. The head of the stud must drop easily all the way into the adapter. You should not have to force it in. Put it aside and choose another set. The defective product can be returned for replacement. Slide the clasp retainer under one clasp and lift out. Cock the instrument by pulling back on the plunger until a click is heard. Place the ear between the clasp retainer and the stud, carefully aligning the point of the stud with the mark on the ear. While maintaining proper alignment, slowly squeeze the trigger until the ear is held securely by the instrument. Count to 3 out loud. Pull the trigger, then count to 3 to yourself. This delay will help you avoid flinching. Release the trigger and pull straight down. Saturate a cotton pad with bioseptic and wrap it around the ear for a few seconds. This is very soothing and takes away the stinging sensation. Check the back of the ear to be sure the clasp is secured properly. Wipe the ear-piercing instrument with bioseptic after each use. Dry it thoroughly and store it in a dust-free container. Once you've completed piercing, it's imperative that you take a few minutes to discuss with your customer how she should take care of her pierced ears. Review these instructions with her. Cleanse the earlobes at least twice a day without removing the earrings by dabbing the bioseptic.